Operation Beleaguer was a major United States military operation that took place in northeastern China's Hope and Shantung provinces between 1945 and 1949. The main objectives of the operation were the repatriation of more than 600,000 Japanese and Koreans who remained in China after the end of World War II, and the protection of American lives and property. During the course of nearly 4 years, American forces engaged in several small battles with the Communists, and they were successful in repatriating and evacuating thousands of foreign nationals. The United States government also attempted to mediate a peace treaty with the opposing nationalist and communist forces, but the effort was unsuccessful. Background: during World War II, China was a battlefield with 3 opposing armies: the government, or nationalist forces of Chiang Kai-shek, the Communists under Mao Zedong, and the Japanese. When Japan surrendered in 1945, over 630,000 Japanese and Korean military personnel and civilians were still in China, and in need of repatriation. Since the Chinese government was not up to the task, President Harry Truman sent over 50,000 United States Marines of the 3rd Amphibious Corps and the 7th Fleet to northern China with orders to accept the surrender of the Japanese and their Korean subjects, repatriate them, and help the nationalists reassert their control over areas previously held by the Japanese. The Marines were not to take sides in the fighting, and were only allowed to engage in combat if fired upon first. Major General Keller E. Rocky, IIAC, was placed in command of the operation, and Lieutenant General Albert C. Wedemeyer was in command of the China Theater. IIAC was preparing for the invasion of Japan when the war ended on September 2, 1945. Within the next 48 hours, IIAC received new orders to ship out to China. The Corps headquarters and Corps troops together with the 1st Marine Division would occupy positions in the vicinity of Tangkou, Shenzhen, Peking, and Qinhuangdao in Hope Province, and the 6th Marine Division would move into Tsingtao in Shantung Province. The 1st Marine Aircraft Wing would move its planes and men to airfields in the Tsingtao, Shenzhen, and Peking areas, and commitment of the entire Corps in the Shanghai region was assigned as an alternate mission. Tentative plans for these operations were issued on August 29, setting the mounting out date for September 15. The 3rd Marine Division on Guam and the 4th Marine Division on Maui were designated area reserve for the operation.